Dun, 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 dun. No, not fishing.
Fishing, no.
Wait, no, it has to
Wancho.
be a mechanical monster.
Nerd.
Oh, I couldn't help it. I brought up my toys, guys. So, if you couldn't tell, we're watching Lost today. I think I'm a little lost as well today, more than
watching
My
Iron Man.
bear is
usual.
taking us. He's sunbathing.
Snoozing. Hey, you come here. Nom, 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 nom,
This is
nom.
what we have to work with, folks.
She's always been like this.
I love it. I love it. So this is the mechanical monster, sort of. Makes sense, right? Yeah, so this one's
Until
called...
we see it, we do not know. We're using our imaginations.
Yes.
She's using her imagination and
I'm being
forcing it upon
creative.
us.
Yes.
I want to know what you guys think it is, huh? What
not
kind of
telling.
monster? I don't know. It's a
I'm not
secret
telling.
now. So this one's called Born to Run. We're on episode 22. I see Kate.
Kate. Well,
I'm hiding the description, so you don't know.
Well,
go.
we know she was going abroad in Australia, and that's when she met the farmer. So why is she running?
We have a
Maybe
lot
we're
of
gonna
questions.
find out what she did.
That's what I'm kind of
What
hoping.
started this
Yeah.
whole thing?
Because we have so many questions about her backstory. We
Very
got a lot of
secretive.
information, but we don't have any ends to it. Like, what is this about? What's that about? And yeah, like, what was she originally running from? Like, she was well wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know, to
she's
be
probably
arrested on
running
the
from
plane.
the law.
And
She is very secretive. She's very friendly, should I say? She wants to know everybody independently on the island.
She's
but,
like very cautious, but she wants to know everything about everybody.
yeah, and yet she's very reserved when it comes to her.
do you think she's caring because of that? Or do you think because she's kind of interrogating just to see if...
I think she's just
She's
trying
protecting
to know
herself.
everybody. Like she's
I mean,
almost
she
like
seems-
a lock, but more.
She seems very nice, but during that burglary, she did seem very nice too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe she's just trying to, I don't know, get
She's
an
a
angle
big-
on them.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think that's the case anymore. She might have been that person, but as Jack said at the beginning of the series, that it's kind of like a reset with them being on the island, but you don't change overnight. So Born to Run, obviously, she's running from the law a lot, so maybe we'll get another story about that. I want to know more about her loved one when she said that she was the one who killed her loved one. Or
Yes.
I don't know if it was
And
a
when
husband,
it has to do with the
boyfriend.
plane.
Yeah. So how weird of a coincidence to always have things kind of connect back to their plane crash. Maybe we'll hear more about
Yeesh.
numbers too.
Definitely.
I don't
The
know.
numbers, do you have them? Do you have them?
Oh, he has them ready. I love it. No.
Never leave with the home
You know,
without them.
no, see, that's bad. I hope you didn't have any bad luck with that. No, or with us. Oh, God. Zoom pros. It's cool to see how things connect so much because we have fans. Thank you guys for always, like, you know, bringing us back into the loop here where sometimes we get freaked out by something or don't notice, but they'll have subtle, like, things in the background of another character when they have a flashback. And there was an instant when Jin actually was trying to protect that guy when he was part of the mob and he had to go in and beat him up. And I guess on the TV, we saw Hurley was on the TV with his family in that room. So I didn't know that because we were freaked out about Jin like attacking that guy
Are you
to
serious?
protect him.
Why? Because he won the lottery ticket?
won the lottery.
Yeah,
Being
because he won the
interviewed.
lottery
He
ticket.
was on the TV? Oh,
So I don't remember seeing that at all. So I was like, oh
don't
God,
You're too
yeah. So
focused
thank you for
elsewhere
letting us
to see that,
know.
but
So they have subtleties like that show up now and again that wraps everything together. So everything's tied. It's kind of crazy to think that. I mean, even
You know,
Sawyer and Jack's dad.
yeah. And I think even on a personal note, all of us, we probably have seen, there's so many people that we're connected with we don't even see in our own lives because we're just so focused on our own lives and our own paths.
true.
We don't even pay attention to other things around us.
Mm-hmm.
Like make note of it. Like Sawyer did see and did meet and had drinks with Jack's dad and blatantly didn't tell Jack.
Nanny Sawyer?
Nanny Sawyer, that's right.
Okay, silly question, but does he even know that was his father?
Yes, he definitely
He
knows
does,
because
right?
they said the same
Sawyer,
thing
I
about
think,
the
knows.
Boston.
But Jack doesn't know that
Jack
Sawyer
doesn't
knows.
know, but Sawyer
Jack
knows.
doesn't know, yeah.
Yeah.
So Sawyer does know. Because even
Sawyer
knowing
knows
names,
because
sometimes
he
you wouldn't
said-
think it's that much of a coincidence. Okay, so magically Kim changed. Woohoo! Special
we
effects,
made it,
guys. We try to entertain for sure.
Those are bad.
So shall we guys get into Born to Run?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's
see
do it.
about Miss Kate here.
Do you guys know who I have here really quick?
I see Vision.
Vision.
Pinching his head.
I pinch.
Ahsoka.
So good.
And-
Yay.
Nick.
Oh, Nick, thank you.
Yay. We haven't seen Zootopia in a while, but I love Zootopia.
That was a good show.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ah, I'm blue. Anywho, 122. Wow. Change it up. No. So that is actually her real hair, technically, kind of. Wow,
She could be
changes
constantly
it.
changing it.
Yeah.
Her hair's not gonna stay that color for long on the island.
Now, Driveshaft's albums must have spiked when everybody found out that I died in some catastrophic plane disaster.
And you ain't getting nothing for it.
What's the matter? Don't you want to be famous?
Then I'll be caught again.
Tell me, what is the only piece of land that's south of us?
Antarctica.
That's right, Jack. Antarctica.
So when do we have to leave?
Yesterday.
Why the sudden interest?
Because I'm going with you.
I'm so scared about the boat. There's the guy.
Hey, Tom.
Jeez.
Oh, Katie.
So any particular reason why you're hanging out in the back of my car?
Yeah, it's a little creepy.
I need your help.
Tell me why you brought me out here. I'm going to turn around.
He brought you out here because I asked him to.
That would freak me out.
I asked him not to tell you. I wanted you to have an open mind.
Wow, he's been busy.
My God. What is this thing?
Exactly.
Dumb question here.
He just walks in, you help him?
Right? You mind? Sulu over here is packing a suitcase full of salted fish.
Sulu.
Yeah? Michael just told me you were jockeying for my spot on the raft.
I was just asking some questions. You must have misunderstood me.
I know what you're doing. Gonna be a nice big asterisk next to your name.
You can change your name on the way back.
Don't worry, Puddin'. Your secret's safe with me.
I want your spot. I'll get your spot.
Ooh. Ooh, it's too hot.
What's wrong?
Oh.
Heat exhaustion.
He's been working too hard.
Kate poisoned the water.
Oh no!
And Kate was melting something.
Yeah.
She was melting a passport, it looked like.
Come on, Dad.
And now he's at the bunker.
Yeah, right? He's not even around.
How long did you have that case full of guns before you decided the rest of us needed to know? You used your best discretion. I used mine.
That's a good point.
I brought you here to talk him out of this insanity. Anything could be inside.
Best case scenario, there's supplies. Worst case, we use it as a shelter.
Maybe you mentioned that you saw light come on?
Yeah, over here.
The water.
Drinking enough water?
2-3 bottles. We have to launch that raft tomorrow. We have to.
I know. I need you to lay back.
You don't think Walt did something else to... I don't think Walt did it.
I don't think it's Walt this time. I think it's her.
His name's Connor.
He's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, that's Rachel. That's not me.
Tom.
You're welcome.
What a nice tree. It's kind of creepy. The mist isn't helping.
Are they digging up?
With the music. Ooh. Treasure?
I think it was something in the water.
Sawyer has a whole bunch of...
Come on, guys. You're on a freaking island. Don't do this to each other. Like, really?
Like I said, somebody wants a seat on that boat.
Somebody did this to me? I don't know.
Sawyer.
Bad enough to be stranded on an island, but for people to do this to each other.
I don't think it's Sawyer. You're right. Kate would be obvious.
Why would Kate poison Michael?
Fugitive thing.
Oops.
Everyone has too many secrets.
Yeah.
And it's like no one's gonna trust each other.
He doesn't know.
And you didn't think the others should know about this, Cheng?
Discretion, John.
Touche.
Touche.
Aw.
It's called. It's all right. It's called Monster Eats the Pilot.
Oh, because it actually happened. Does she know about that?
Because, you know, Dr. Arndt said if they don't
Did you
leave
poison
tomorrow...
Michael, Kate? Someone did this.
Do you really think I'm capable of that?
I don't think she did it. I don't know. I'm naive though.
I don't know what you're capable of.
The airplane and stuff.
My plane.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Kate Austin and Tom Brennan.
Why are you putting this stupid plane in there?
Because it's cool.
You know, run away.
You
That's so
always
young.
want to run away, Katie.
Well,
Yeah, and you know why.
Put that in the time capsule.
I feel bad, you know. He is married and has a kid. That was smart to have a cassette tape to listen, narrate.
yeah, right. What kind of paste is he making now? Too soon.
Ooh, try this.
Something you want to tell me, Walt?
I didn't do it. He thinks somebody got my dad sick. And I didn't do it.
What's wrong?
What's the matter?
Don't open it.
Don't open it?
Don't open it, Mr. Locke. Don't open that thing.
Oh, he's having one of his weird
thing?
visions. Ooh, chills.
Don't open it.
Wouldn't want our pilot out of commission before takeoff.
I don't think it was Sawyer.
We had a deal.
Yeah, well, the deal ended the minute you decided to poison me.
Did what now?
I'm done with
It wasn't
You
him.
ain't
Okay,
done with me
wasn't
by a
him.
damn sight. Oh, I'm a criminal, huh? I poisoned you because I'm a criminal.
Ooh.
Get your hands off me, boy.
Hey, sweet
I love
cheeks.
it.
You all remember Joanna, don't you? The woman who drowned?
Now, what's Kate doing with poor Joanna's ID?
Hi, Mom.
Mom? I think it's so quiet. I don't know. He's gonna freak out.
It's me, Katie.
Aww.
I'm so sorry for that I have put you through.
Help?
Oh, she can't breathe. Oh, she doesn't want her. She's scared of her for some reason.
We got a situation down.
Ooh. Oh, don't shoot him.
I need your car keys.
I thought she was gonna like freak out.
She just.
This is how he dies then. Maybe that's why she blames herself.
Yes.
He probably gets shot in the car or something. Why did he go with her?
No.
Now! Get out.
No!
They're gonna shoot
No,
you.
you have the gun. You're gonna die. This is where he dies. I wanna see.
Random.
No. Oh, it's so sad. He's
He got
dead.
shot.
Yep.
Tom?
Now you gotta run. Grab the plane. No. Oh, she got later.
Yes, I was wanted and caught and being transported back. But I didn't poison you.
Now everyone's scared.
Here.
I believe her. Who did it?
Well, they had to find out.
What a way to find out. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm quite nervous for them to go out in this boat.
Mm-hmm.
It looks nice, but it's the first season, guys. Ooh.
You don't want him to go, do you?
Maybe she was trying to make him sick.
No.
Is that why you tried to make him sick?
Yeah, see?
She knows
I
all
knew
about
there was a twist.
I didn't want him to die out there.
I've got to confess, though, because now Kate looks really bad.
Why is it so important for you to be on that raft?
Because nothing's
'Cause
keeping
there
me
ain't
here.
anything on this island worth staying for.
Ooh. Unless...
Yeah.
Don't forget your glasses.
Oh.
We'll be sailing home before you can even...
I'm the one that burnt the raft.
Wow.
Say
Outright.
what?
I didn't want to leave.
We can stay here.
Wow.
We don't have to go.
Really?
Just like that.
Yes, we do.
Where does he know?
Because he knows about the hatch.
Jack knows.
It was me.
I didn't tell him it was your idea.
Oh. Okay.
Jack's good at keeping secrets.
So he was spot on with her.
I believe that once I found the man I loved, I would be happy. Me too.
Wow, what an episode!
Son to do that.
That was amazing. That was
What
so
does Walt
tragic.
know? That's what I want to know.
That
Yeah.
gives me chills when he said that. Like
Does he know
immediately
when
the
he's
switch.
trying-
Well, he's
Yeah, or
saying,
does
don't
he
open the
just know?
hatch, or don't open it. And then he's saying, yeah, we have to be off this island.
Yeah, because he was normal, and right when Locke touched him, that's when he got freaked out. So that immediately gave him that sense of warning, warning. So that's I don't know what's in that freaking hatch. Mechanical dinosaur, guys.
Yes, exactly.
That's where all the parts are.
Yeah, how the parts for it. Because that huge monster just goes in that little door. Ooh, that is so freaky. I keep thinking that underground hatch is like a network. Like it's not just one container.
Oh, it's got to be,
opens
because
up
if that hatch doesn't have a handle on it, it's got to open from somewhere else.
somewhere else, right? So I'm like, what the heck? I mean, unless someone bolted it after and knocked off the handle, but it was smooth.
Well, I think Locke should have told him, yeah, hey, I saw a light come on. You know, that might be something you might want to...
Oh, by the way,
about.
that's not important, Tom. Who cares about a light on an island? Where's electricity? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all freaking bizarre. But yeah, that gave me such chills, and I don't think Locke is going to listen.
No,
I
I don't
don't
think
either.
so.
I think they welded that hatch together too. I mean, it's almost impossible to open it.
Yeah.
I wonder if Locke and Walt they see the island from two different perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Walt kind of had his intuition before he got to the island.
Yeah.
You know, so, I don't know, maybe he senses like the darkness and Locke senses the light.
And Locke's, yes.
Like the
Maybe.
yin and the yang kind of thing.
Maybe. That could be a possibility. And, I mean, they all have some kind of weird gift. Hurley, he even has, like, a bad street gift, kind of, sort of, with those numbers. And that's also related to the island. So I feel like it's all going to come together the more that if they start talking about their gifts, which I don't know, because no one even knows about Locke not being able to walk except...
Boone knew.
I think Boone knew.
Yeah, so now he's
Well,
gone.
he's not going to say anything. And then the whispers, Saeed heard them.
Yeah, and Sawyer heard those
Sawyer
too.
heard them, and did Jack hear them?
No, I don't think
No,
he
I
heard
think
them
it
yet.
was surround.
Speaking of which, a freaking dinosaur! It gives me such chills. I'm like, oh my god.
What is that?
It's so scary. So I was amazed on how quick when it's only a toy that Walt, when he confessed to his dad about burning the boat, I'm glad he was honest about it, but right before they go on the boat, and how Mike took that in, he was cool. And he talked. He's like, "It's all good. It's good. It's okay." And he let him, just chill for a second. And then he's like, "Let's not go." Like immediately to be like that, like wow, that was insane.
I mean, I get it, but just to be like that quickly,
Mm-hmm.
It's a little strange.
It is, but I kind of saw it as him taking in, oh crap, my own boy, like, burnt down this hard project we've both been working on. That is so extreme that there must have been a reason why he did that. So he's probably thinking that way, and if he doesn't want to leave that bad, he did change his mind
hard
quick.
to tell the rest of the people.
And it's
I'm not
been
gonna go
quite
now.
some time
another
too. It has. If he said it that night, it might have been a different story. But some time has gone afterwards, so he's gotten, he's cooled down. Jin's good.
Well, he also started arguments with Jin, and saying he did it first.
Yeah.
He did it.
See, and that's what's so bad too, because people are building up spite amongst each other because no one really knows about each other. And even Jack saying, again, going back to the whole thing with him talking to Kate in the beginning of the series and saying, this island's like a reset, like whatever was our past, who cares? Like we don't have to know it. But yet he holds all that against her as well when he starts learning more about her and everyone else. And even Locke, like, he actually brought up good points with Jack, because he's like, well, you lied to us because you didn't tell us about this. And he's like, well, when were you going to tell us about the guns? Like, you did it when you thought it was right to do so.
Or that Kate was, you know,
a
prisoner.
I get Walt being a child as well. He doesn't want to tell his father that big thing he did. I mean, it was bad that he did that. But now, who do they think did it? Sawyer, right? They thought Sawyer... No, they thought Jin did it. So, you know, Mike and Jin got into a huge fight over just that.
Well, Mike has a problem where as soon as someone has an inkling that it might be somebody, he automatically assumes it's that person.
Yes.
And he goes out in full force with it.
He does. Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Because he was ready to fight Jin when he thought he burned the boat down
right
the first
away.
Time.
Yeah.
And then he went right after Sawyer when he thought...
There's you know...
When he thought that Sawyer might have poisoned him, he went right after Sawyer, and that's why Sawyer went all defensive.
Yes, he doesn't think of the second
no,
side.
you know, think about it first. It's just boom. You think
Yeah,
he did it?
he
Or
does.
he did it?
I'm glad Jin and Mike were able to work it out and work together on this boat. Like, that was awesome to go from one extreme to the other extreme.
Especially
like,
on Jin's side.
Yeah.
Jin was the one who was forthcoming.
And that was so
trying
wrong.
to
He was
make it.
innocent.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what really sucked about it. But he was awesome about it and really wanted to help with the boat and stuff. So to go that long, never really knowing who burnt the boat till now. So it shows you how good that is, that they can actually work together and put the past behind them pretty much. I mean, that's a huge thing, burning a boat, even though they didn't know who did it at that point. I'm sure he's kept assuming it was Jin at that. I don't know. But then in this instance, like, you have Kate, who they're blaming, oh, well, she was a prisoner. We're just finding this out. And now everyone's judging her, not even knowing her past, really. Like, why was she arrested? I mean, she was already on the run before that, before her best friend died, which was really sad. But we don't know, like, she might have had something else or just was in the wrong with the wrong crowd in the beginning of her life.
I think so. The way her mother was crying for help.
Yeah.
Like,
that was really, I mean, that was heartbreaking to be like that.
She's dying of cancer, and she's telling her daughter that she hasn't seen in a while. She's screaming for help.
Yeah, and the way she was
That's
looking
bad.
at her,
She
like,
must
it's
have done something.
realizing, and then, yeah. It was
So
sad.
Kate's, I guess you want to say her young love, her first love,
Yes.
or whatever it was that Dr. Tom.
Yeah.
So the plane was his.
Yes, in the time
They showed
capsule.
it. So I guess, is that why she started off on this path of destruction where she robbed that bank to get that plane back?
Yeah.
You know, so that happened after.
That happened
this
after,
incident.
but the way her mom was acting toward her,
Well, the way
asking
she was
for
very
help,
cautious, she was
must
hiding
have
behind the
been
plants.
Precarious before that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
And
the run.
Tom had to help her see the mom and do favors, and then
Yeah,
he had
like
to
in
walk away to
transit.
sneak her in.
Yeah, you can
Well,
do
when
this
she
in the
was-
hallway as she's transporting back from the MRI.
When she was going in with the flowers, she also hid herself behind it when she saw
That
the
was that same cop, yeah.
Yeah.
So she did something beforehand, and maybe that's when she was with that farmer guy. Maybe that was around that time. So
I think that was towards the end because I think she was in Australia at that time.
That was in Australia.
yes, because that's when that cop was like beep beep beep. That was him who arrested
marshal-
her.
the
the
marshal
marshal
was-
guy.
Yeah, was
So
chasing her.
okay, so we're piecing these stories together. So something still happened that we're not sure of. That, you know, to set her off on the run. But even when they were kids in that recording, he said, "You're always on the run with everything."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, I'm always been like that, huh?" And that was a young version of them. So maybe she, I don't know, maybe something small would just set her off, and then she'd get accused,
Or
because she would
maybe-
take off and get blamed for something that she didn't do. I don't know.
Just a theory, but
And it just
maybe it
broke
has
up.
something to do with her father. Maybe she did something to her father, and everybody blames her for it.
Maybe.
Because you haven't seen her
Could be her
father
mom
yet.
looked terrified.
Her mother's terrified. You know, and she's on the run since she was little, so maybe.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
guess.
So going back to the whole thing with blaming Kate for the poison, it was indirectly her, but she wasn't trying to poison Michael. She was trying to help out Son. Because
Well,
Son
she-
wanted to
Just to
stop
get
her husband.
just to get somebody off the boat.
Yeah,
To
because
get-
if she
yeah.
helps Son do that to Jin, then Jin would have been off the raft, and she would have had a
Win-win.
spot on there.
Yeah.
It was
So
her
she was
own-
still
it
she
was for
was
her
still
own-
kind of conniving
yes.
with that, but.
That is true, yeah. So just leave that alone. Because I'm
She
like,
was
they're
being
always
very
keeping
selfish.
secrets. And when Jack's like, oh, I'm
She's
not going
just
to
as
tell.
guilty as Son is.
So I agree there. Absolutely. That makes perfect sense. But Jack doesn't know that. So Jack telling... I mean, did he kind of get that it was Kate too? Or did he just think it was Son,
thinks it's
right?
Son
No,
because
Yeah.
she
It's
knows
Son.
about botanical medication. She knows,
Yeah.
you know, exactly what to do. I mean, she was teaching him.
So
about
he's
the plants.
So he's okay with having Kate being blamed with that whole thing because he's spiteful in his own way for not knowing her story and learning more bad things about her when he said that didn't matter in the beginning. She did lie after that, yes, but I don't really like how he keeps secrets, though, but he's very trusting with individuals, but then as a group, they all keep secrets, and I'm just
like Hurley was trying to talk to Locke and Jack, and, you know,
I like
Locke
how he got
didn't
mad
know.
there.
I know, he's a freaking polar bear. Yeah, that's what we feel about the whole thing. But now going back to Sun, that makes sense as well, because here, right from the start, she went up to her husband and was saying, "Are you going to leave?" And he's like, "Yeah." And that would be the first motive, and I didn't even think that. And then she was off getting fish and whatever, and I'm like, oh, she could have got a poisoned fish. Like, she knows a lot about food, about gardening, the bamboo. Like, she would be the perfect one that should know stuff, or not should, but possibly know stuff about that. So I didn't even think that. So that was a great surprise. I knew there had to be some other twist there.
Well, do you think with Michael and Walt not going that they're not going to launch the raft? Or do you think they're going to get replaced and have two other people go on the raft instead?
You know, I think that they're actually going to go now that
Walt
Walt's
wants
freaked
to
out.
go now probably because of the Hatch deal.
Yeah.
He knows something's bad is going to happen. And
freaky.
he wants to get off.
Not until season 2, guys.
If not, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, Michael put so much work into this whole project, and to lift people's, you know, their hopes to get some kind of...
I mean, it's a good looking raft. I mean, they're so lucky they have people who can build something that
great
quality.
design.
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter who goes,
Literally.
because whoever's going to go is going to tell them, you know.
The thing is, though, they were mentioning that, Michael was trying to tell Walt that there's no guarantee because we don't even know where this island is.
Yeah.
You know, and if we get lost out there, we're not going to really know what direction to point him into.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can only hope for the best, but you're right. There could be several islands around there. It could be so remote that, you know, it's a huge body of water that flying over it, it might be a speck that you'll never, ever see. So that is a good
and
point.
funky things happen when you get near it.
Mm-hmm.
Ships crash.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I would do. Like, would you guys... You never know until you're in that situation, but would you guys go on the boat or stay on the island?
That's a tough one. I mean...
I would be too worried about rough seas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, especially when he said that monsoon season is going to be coming in really soon. If they don't get rescued quickly...
Where were you this whole time, science guy? Hey!
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, what was he?
I'm a doctor.
Polar bears are ready to... I know. I like how they had to establish that.
I like how he's doing, like, who here knows what... It's like,
yeah, it's like...
Yeah, just like that. So hopefully he'll last a while, because that'll come in handy when, you know, with any facts that he knows. Like, anyone on the island now, guys, come on, get together and explain things to us to help out, you know? So hopefully he'll be more involved to talk to them about, like, okay, well, weather, and because I do believe that. I mean, I won't be like 100%, you are right. I'm going to follow everything word for word of what you say, but he is a scientist. He sounds believable. And if you have no one else there that knows, you know, like everyone knows jack crap, I'm going to listen to the guy who kind of sounds like he knows stuff. Yeah. But I don't think I would go on a raft, because unless I have someone who's been on the ocean and has been through rough seas, and like a good fisherman or something who just knows how to run with the current or something, or I don't know, like I would need a couple experienced people, which that would be a low probability.
The science teacher, he was saying, you know, that when should we have left? He said yesterday.
Yeah.
So that means that it's getting closer and closer to monsoon season. So if they go tomorrow, which is what, 3 days later, I think it was 2 or 3 days later, you know, they're that much closer to monsoon season. So I don't know how quickly monsoon season is going to come up, but I don't want to be stuck on the ocean when that happens.
Yeah.
You know, crazy storms and...
Yeah, I wouldn't trust it. I just wouldn't. I would stay on the island. I mean, if you have provisions there, you have boar, you made a habitat for yourself already, like you have other
funky
numbers
stuff
there
going on, but I think it's safer than going on.
But you know, it's now I think about it, if I knew what island I was on and what direction I had to travel in, then yeah, I'd probably go on the raft. But not knowing anything...
But I would only go with experienced people. Like, not that they're like, hey, I've been on a raft and I know what...
Yeah, but if you're trying to get off the island, you might not have that opportunity.
Exactly. So in that case, my opinion, I would just probably stay on the island. If I had the right provisions. If I was going to die there anyways with nothing to eat, I'd be like, all right, well, I'm going to try.
Have you guys seen the movie Castaway?
I saw parts of it a long time ago. Mom and Kim have not, so no spoilers. But I would love to watch that.
Somebody request that on the polls.
Yes, I mean, it's been requested a few times, but never. That should be on the Underdog, actually, because that never has a lot of votes, and it's really good.
Vote for it.
And I love Tom Hanks.
Yeah, we did.
Well, he's kind of forced into that situation. That's all I'm going to say.
Don't say anything. I love Tom Hanks, and anytime we watch a movie with a certain actor in it, we'll get a lot of requests for movies for that actor. And it's not funny, but it's amazing how much of a pattern we get with that. So we had a ton of Tom Hanks requests when I think we watched Saving Private Ryan that time. We just got a ton of those. That was a great movie. And Forrest Gump, and that was around that time where people started asking for Tom Hanks movies.
I'm not a very smart man.
Oh, that movie was so great. It was funnier than I thought it would be. Like, yeah, it was more of a comedy, you know, and I just loved that. And it was tragic. It was sad, too. But different movie anyways, but this was good. And I love all the twists that keep surprising us.
What's in the hatch? That's what
I'm just cold-blooded right now. That freaks the crap out of me.
Like something's not good in there.
When Walt says, I want to go on the raft after burning the first one.
Don't open it, freaking
Don't open
out.
it. Hey, let's get off this island.
You know I have a sixth sense too, so I don't think Locke is going to listen to him though. So I guess we'll find out.
Well, Saeed made a good point too. There's no handle, so it's probably not meant to be open from the outside.
Right. There's another one somewhere with a handle.
And also, just to say, we have heard that a few times already, which we know, but we still debate it. We know about there's no handle, and I still feel like because it's such a mystery and bizarre that. I just feel like there's some kind of odd purpose for that. That's why I keep saying like, oh, well, you know, I know we're saying it might not be able to be open, but there might be another opening somewhere else to get in there.
I think it's a network of different chambers. But there's a light in that room, so there's something being stored in there or something.
Yeah, so why did it turn on then?
Why would someone go in there? So someone's actively going in there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think it's the chamber itself that's a hazard. I think what it leads to is the hazard.
Ooh.
The other people, maybe.
Dinosaur habitat.
And
everyone's like, stop it, Dawn. Just stop it now.
You know, going back to
the mechanic shop.
The teacher that, like, you know, people are like, oh, you're a doctor, but yeah, you're just a teacher. But there's a lot of people that have jobs that have nothing to do with what they're interested in. Look at Locke. He worked at a box company. Look at how intelligent he is with the island and survival.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all your interests, so it doesn't have to be just because that's what you do for a living. You know, just listen.
I kind of wish they showed more of the secondary characters instead of just a once and done kind of thing. You know,
like Rose. We don't see Rose anymore.
Yeah,
just have them show up once in a while.
I really thought she was going to be a main character. Then it's like, what
Charlie.
the freak happened
to
her?
Charlie.
Yeah,
I've been over here the whole time. I'm just boring.
I'm still waiting for my husband.
Yeah, I know. I always wander off. I liked her. She was good. So it's like, oh, only when you need a speech or something, I'll be here for you.
There's like 42 people on this island. You only see like 13 of them.
Yeah, like, what are they doing? Party on the other side of the island.
This guy's gonna help in this episode. This guy's gonna help in this episode. This guy's gonna get killed because he's a nobody.
I know, they're all red shirts. Because I was kind of laughing to myself with the science guy. I'm like, oh, he's gonna die soon. Well, I hope not.
He should have his own little project. Oh, I'm going to be building, you know, some kind of invention or whatever to help us out. Or just something.
I hope they're doing stuff like that. I mean, I'm just trying to be positive for their sake because, be productive, guys.
Making a sandcastle.
Yeah, because everyone else is working hard doing stuff, and we see the same people hanging out on the beach and near the caves, and we don't see the new guys. I mean, now and again we do, but then that's it. So hopefully we'll see more of them. Maybe next season. This season's about the main characters.
I want to see somebody come with like a wicked tan, like they've been out on the beach for too long.
I didn't realize it was a thing.
Oh my god, yeah, like Shannon, golden brown.
I know, because all the looks too, you start judging who did it with the poison, and right when Shannon walked by, I'm like, was it her? Like,
that
immediately, I'm like,
and we all thought it was Sawyer at first because he's always hoarding everything, like medication and stuff like that.
And don't you feel bad for him too, because he has that personality, and we know he's wounded, and he protects himself that way, you know, by beating himself up, and you know, I feel bad, but he's easy to judge that way.
Kate,
you didn't get to see his glasses today.
Kate does it to him.
Yeah, man, and I love how he said that. I have no reason to stay, and Kate just kind of was aloof to it and like, oh well, if you don't have any reason,
no, you don't.
Too bad.
Screw you then. I mean, you could die.
Well, you did until that incident.
Yeah, I know, right?
And you need to read to turn up head.
Oh, yeah, that was cute. You had to put the glasses back on. Don't forget your glasses. So I guess we'll find out if they're going to go on the boat or not. Like, who's actually going to go on the boat. And that's sad. And I don't want anyone to go. I don't feel like anyone's going to make it on that boat because we have a lot of seasons left. Maybe they do make it out, and then that's
the only reason why.
And that's the only reason why I can think
of. The raft won't work
because
we have 6 more seasons to go.
Yeah, so they're either going to die out in sea or the raft's going to bring them back.
Or you mean the island's
Yeah,
gonna bring the
right.
raft back?
The island's gonna bring the raft back.
Since they start getting out, they just see
there's
this big
metal
arms
on
come
the
out,
back
they
that's gonna
just
bring
hug
you
them
back.
back in. Come back.
Or the little T-Rex mechanical arms. Clink, 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 clink. I can't reach. Shut up, Dawn. So until next time, guys. I love the show. I could just sit and talk about it the whole night.
If you want to see her sit and talk about it, subscribe because she will.
If you can, that would be amazing. And give this video a thumbs up. That helps with the YouTube algorithm. So thank you guys. Please check out our Patreon if you want to see the next episode early. And we'll see you very soon as always. Don't get too lost.
Subscribe.
Right. Want to see it early. Or the T-Rex monster will get you. Bye.
I want to go on the bath.